Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us from a viewer, thanks to Tim Chernanthavat for this one. Amy attacks with Watchwolf and Werewolf Pack Leader. In response to Werewolf Pack Leader's trigger, Nick uses Lightning Bolt to kill Watchwolf. What happens? First of all, if you weren't playing back in the original Ravnica, you should know just how groundbreaking a 2-mana 3/3 with no drawbacks was at the time. This doesn't have anything at all to do with the actual question, I just think it's a little bit amusing just how power-crept creatures have gotten since then. There were actually people who were clamoring for this card to be a rare. Now, to see why this might actually be a problem, let's take a look at the triggered ability on Werewolf Pack Leader. We notice that it has an if condition in between the triggered ability event and the thing that happens. This means that it has an intervening if clause, and those types of triggered abilities have special rules. The if condition needs to be true both at the time when the triggered ability triggers and again when the triggered ability goes to resolve. If it isn't true at either of those times, you will not get to draw a card. Now, obviously, Werewolf Pack Leader's triggered ability trigger condition was true when you attacked, so that means that we're going to be good there. On the other hand, was it true when the triggered ability tries to resolve? Let's notice that if we had the same exact question, but we were dealing with a Stampeding Elk Herd and a Watchwolf instead of a Werewolf Pack Leader, then we would have a big problem. When the triggered ability tries to resolve, it'll see that you do not control 8 power worth of creatures, and you will not be getting trample in that case. However, if you compare the triggered ability if conditions between Werewolf Pack Leader and Stampeding Elk Herd, you might notice something a little bit interesting. Whereas the Elk Herd checks the power of your creatures at the time that the triggered ability resolves, the Werewolf Pack Leader checks to see if you attacked with a certain total power of creatures. Because it's checking for a prior historical game event rather than information about the present game state, it's not going to be possible for this if condition to be true at one point in the turn and false at a later point. It's always going to be true because if you attacked with 6 power worth of creatures, that's not going to be something that you can change. Accordingly, even though the Watchwolf is not going to be around anymore, and therefore Amy is not currently attacking with 6 power worth of creatures when the triggered ability tries to resolve, Amy still will get to draw a card, because she still did have a time during that turn when she attacked with 6 powers worth of creatures. Really interesting distinction, and it's a little crazy to think how such similar abilities could be so different in their answers. But that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again tomorrow for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.